Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Today we're going to cover 3 altcoins that you should keep an eye out for in December. After having a parabolic move to the upside, a lot of these coins are now in that pullback phase, and I'm going to show you how I choose the pairs, why I choose the pairs, as well as going over the technicals to show you where you should be looking to buy up your investment in crypto. But before we get into it, please leave a like, and if you like this content, a subscription goes a long way. I'm looking to produce more videos like this in the future, and the more people we get involved and knowledgeable about crypto, the better. Okay, so let's get right into this video, and we're going to start off firstly on CoinMarketCap. And what I'm looking to do here on CoinMarketCap is to look for coins that have had a big move to the upside and are now in that pullback phase, and are looking to then continue the next impulsive phase to the upside. Now, we did see a lot of moves on XRP, for example, and Bitcoin, but other coins like Neo didn't really have those moves to the upside like those other coins. So we want to look for those coins like XRP and Bitcoin that have pushed up heavily to the upside and are now pulling back. And in other words, we're looking to buy the dip. And I'm going to show you how to buy the dip, where to buy the dip, and what to look for in these pairs. So first, what you want to be going to is the 7-day average to see how much percent market has moved down in the last 7 days. And then we want to look for coins with actual utility. I'm not looking for altcoins that don't really do anything and also haven't shown much progression. So for example, a coin like OMG has a lot of backing. However, in the latest bull run, it hasn't actually moved much. So we're not really looking to accumulate any coins just yet. So as we go down a little bit, we have the first one, which is ZRX. ZRX had a pretty decent move to the upside. Wasn't as strong as some others, but it is in a nice zone where we could look to potentially up our stake. And in the last week, we've had a 16% drop to the downside. And as we move down further, we then see Stellar Lumens, and that's had a 12% drop in the last 7 days. And it also had a nice push to the upside, similar to XRP. And the last one we're going to be looking at here is XRP, which in the last week has pulled back 10%. So if we look to start off now on the charts, and we start off here on the weekly time frame on XRP. So again, with XRP, we have had that move to the upside. We've had that large push to the upside, which went up to nearly 230%. And now we're in that pullback phase. So the general rule of the market here is we move up, we pull back, and then we move up again. Right? So if we break it down with XRP, we've moved up, and now we're in that pullback phase. But if you look in the way I've drawn this, we have 1 low, 2 low, 3 low, 4 lows. We don't just have 1 low and then go. The market takes time. Even in cryptocurrencies, that accumulation period takes time, and then you'll see those rapid moves to the upside, right? So it's about having patience in this game, but then also knowing when to be aggressive. So when we break down this price in a little bit clearer format, and we look at the current price action, this is what we want to be focusing on, what the market is currently showing us. So if we break that down very simply, we have the highs, we have the lows, and then we have that middle point, that pullback region. So when we look on the 4-hour time frame, we know the high has been established and we know the low has been established. So when we have a high and we have a low, we can then use our Fibonacci retracement candle tool, and we can see where price can pull back to, and there where we actually want to outline where we want to be buying. So for example, we can see prices came down, created that low, and now we've actually pulled back to 0.682, and now we're looking to just kind of consolidate a little bit more, and we can potentially see price come back down to this region of 45 cents. So now that we can kind of break it down and see where we need to be looking, where do you actually want to be buying XRP? And we have to remember the general rule of thumb in trading and investing. It's a really simple rule. You want to buy low and sell high. So when you're looking at the technical charts, you want to outline where is high and where is low. This is high, this is high, this is low. You want to be selling here, and you want to be buying here. So now that we know that, it's a very simple rule, and once you kind of know that and you can apply it to all the charts, you can make sense of everything a lot easier. So what we want to be seeing is price come back down to 47 to 45 cents, and we want to be buying around this region. So if we buy around this region of 45 to 47 cents, just up to the previous highs, we're looking at a 72% gain here, right? And then if we were to continue higher to that first inflection point of $1, we're looking at 118% gain. Now, we can buy from here, but the problem is you're currently in no man's land. This is the middle of this range, right? So you have this large range. This is the middle. It can go up, but it can also go down. There's a lot more likelihood that it can do both. While if you're here, there's a higher likelihood that it can go up. And if you're here, there's a higher likelihood it can go down. It's the simple rules of support and resistance as well. Now we want to look at another pair and kind of apply that same principle. So ZRX. So ZRX had this previous high up here on 21st of August, and it was at 95 cents. And now we're kind of contained within this region here after coming back down to the downside. So similar as XRP, you have that large push and then you have that large pullback. But what we're formed here is a head and shoulders pattern. We have the left shoulder, we have the head, and we have the right shoulder. So what this gives us a good idea is that we could most likely come back and retest these areas and then look for those buying opportunities. So when we go to the 4-hour time frame here, again, we want to be applying those same rules to the market. I'll go to the daily actually, make it a bit cleaner. So we want to be selling high and buying low. So for here, we want to have our accumulation zone in this region here. This is the low point of this overall pattern and price action. So once price comes down to this area here, this is where we want to be upping our stake in ZRX. And just back to these highs, you're looking at a 74% gain. And then all the way back to these previous highs in August, you're looking at a 212% gain. So ZRX is showing huge potential. We just have to stay a little bit more patient with it. Let it kind of develop a little bit more, come back to that area of value, and then we can look to up the stake. And the last one we want to be having a look at here is Stellar Lumens. Very similar to XRP, where we've had that large push to the upside. With this one, we've actually broken the previous high, which is a higher probable chance that we're going to be pushing up higher compared to XRP. So this actually does make it a more profitable position than XRP potentially could be. So on the daily time frame, again, we want to be applying those same principles. Where's the accumulation point and where are the highs? We'll go to the 4-hour time frame for this one, and it's very simple. We have the highs here where we want to be selling, and we have the lows here where we want to be buying. So we want to wait for price to come back down to these regions here, and then we want to be buying from this area here. It's very important that you don't get FOMO in the market, because what will happen is the market will go up here. People will think they've missed out and they'll buy here, and then the market comes all the way down. People will get scared and they'll take profit, and then it comes back up. And it repeats that cycle for a little bit more, and then it eventually takes off. When you're in a trending market, just because things are going higher and higher and higher, it doesn't mean that it doesn't take time to take a breather. It's again like you're running. If you're running as hard as possible, you need to take time, take a break, take a breather, and then you can run again. You just can't keep going. The market doesn't operate like that. So that's the 3 altcoins that I think that we should definitely keep a watch on for the remainder of December, and then look to actually accumulate as many coins as possible when we do get those deep pullbacks. Like I said before, if you've enjoyed this content, please give it a like, and if you feel like subscribing, that would mean a lot as well. And I'll be posting a lot more videos like this in the future. And leave a comment as well if you learned anything or have an opinion on anything, or you want me to do any other altcoins. Let me know and I'll break them down.